Wait a minute. Oh no.
Hello.
I just got the oddest phone call from Misha. I don't know how long it went, but it was, he asked, I heard you know something about Chris Peters' like vigilante something. And I just kind of want to know what you know about it. And I'm like, what do you mean? And in my mind, I kind of, are you familiar with how Chris, what did he do? He did the...
Yeah, you told me all about that. Yeah.
Yeah, with the Dax Marshall, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I told him to like write up a statement, like fucking go after him, right? Which, by the way, I don't know if Chris actually has. I think he may have thought I forgot.
The statement is in there.
Yeah, but he didn't really go any further.
I don't think he followed up, yeah.
Yeah, I such a balance, because like when like we're surrounded by shitlording, which is, you know, it's kind of like,
yeah,
is it that, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, you know, I can't hold everyone to 100 when things are at like a fucking 20, right?
And it's also, according to that, it seems like he was looking for a friend who was kidnapped.
Ran into him, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you remove him and he arrived on scene in official capacity. Like, you know, what the fuck are you going to do with that? You know, actually, as we talk about this, things have actually degraded based on just even from like a month or two ago. Things have degraded really badly.
Yeah.
It's because I'm running through my mind as I'm talking about this. We had people working Smiley investigation, this thing, like a lot of like simultaneous stuff. I don't think anyone wants to work on anything anymore. Well, okay, I'm being exaggerative, but there's significantly less open cases and things going to the docket. And I don't think it's one singular thing that's led to it, right? It can be rulings, it can be, you know, priorities, etc. But I don't know. That just kind of crossed my mind just now.
I mean, I think it's a lot of people have realized they aren't investigating the right way, so they're losing things too easily, so they give up. Because they're not like following procedures, they're just winging it, I guess. So then it leads to sort of the loss in some of these.
Yeah, I mean, I think that definitely plays a role, but I think a lot of investigators aren't interested anymore. Like, you know, for example, I know Erin got burnt out a while ago because she kept getting every case. And then, well, I say that and I don't say that. Like, Faceless, I think shit's good. But those outside of our direct purview, is there even anything like really cooking?
Not really. I think we know of all the ones. There could be other ones, but I don't think anybody's like really. Maeve is doing investigations. Like all the people that are doing them are also working with us.
That is true, but those pipes are like archivist, Faceless, right? I don't think we've really aiming to touch anything else, but it's kind of dead.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, sorry, it was just like a realization in the moment. And yeah, so he was very curious as to how I knew something I didn't know what he was referring to, but I'm assuming he means the DAC stuff. I wouldn't have told him anything about it, especially how I learned of it. But then the problem came into my mind is, remember the person we spoke about with Maeve yesterday?
Yes.
I started to get concerned a little bit that what if something is tipped off on that, right? And while I presume Misha may not know anything, right? Now, I learned from someone that is not even in his crew about the Chris situation. But what if he suspects that it's that other guy? Because I don't really know the full scope of how that, Maeve's guy
situation,
even came to be, right? And whether he's even what the suspicion around him is. But I want to raise that concern. I'm going to tell Maeve as soon as I hear about it, because even though that guy isn't involved they could think he may have been, and then, you know what I mean?
Right. I mean, so the other thing too is you could also use the fact, Marshall, he came clean and told you about everything too. Like, if you need to go that angle of like,
no. I'm not worried about Chris. Chris is fine. I'm worried about
but
Maeve's
I'm saying
guy.
so they know where you got the information, so they aren't assuming it's Maeve's guy. So like they're trying to figure out how you got that information, and they assume it can only come from another criminal when it could have came from the marshal himself.
The way that phone call ended, I didn't even allude to anything because I don't think it'd be appropriate to even give Misha, of all people, anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's
the people that were repairing our car at the time you were doing that phone call was Ravens, right?
Yeah. I don't have a problem with Ravens or Misha, but I'm not going to give a damn criminal anything unless they have something to offer. It's
right.
Yeah.
All of it. I don't know. It's just strange.
I think it'd be, and it particularly because I think anyways, something to kind of keep in the back of your mind. When do we want to do these activations? Because
I'm good to start them now. If these people are around, we can start notifying.
Yeah, but we have two. It's just you and me right now.
That's true.
Yeah. I would put up
I mean, so that's the thing. We could also get the contact parts out of the way type of thing. Because we don't actually need to be trying to apprehend them when we make the contact. It's just to notify them that, they want to turn themselves in. And then when there's more marshals awake, lead full on.
Why tip them off for looking for them though?
Because that's the point of the verbal and written contact.
No. It's the opposite. The intent of that is so that they are not alerted. We scoop them off. So the verbal is the reason for the verbal is it's a protection, right? So let's say we saw JJ on the street. We don't have to tell him that he's got an active warrant until we actually go to grab his ass, right? Like in that instant, right? It's effectively preventing them from being prepared for a, 3-person chase.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So the verbal contact is a protection because we need to let them know why they're being detained, but we're telling them that in the moment. And the written is extra evidence of it, right? If they're like, I didn't hear anything, well, that's that extra,
Yep. It's just so when you do it, you're probably going to have to, because I feel like most marshals are later shift too when I won't be around.
Oh, so my suggestion is you post in our email chain, right? We're aiming to do apprehensions at this time. I think even before that, what you and I should do is actually figure out when they're around, because JJ's around earlier than
he's
some of the
usually
others.
around now.
Yeah. So I'm down to do this how you want to roll with it, right? Because I may get pulled aside, so I don't want to. How do I put this? If you feel like we should do this with LSPD and BCSO, we should consider that. I think the other thing we need to consider, it's the weekend, so numbers are going to be low as it is. So there's a couple ways we can slice it.
So I think today, regardless, we should do JJ's. The other two, I don't think we need to start right away because they have a lot more time on them.
Okay.
But JJ's is now 8 days.
He's got 8 days left?
Yeah, in statute. So that's why I want to at least get JJ's first attempts today, if he's around. But that's the thing, we kind of have to wait to see if he's around.
I think you and I should figure out if he is, And if we believe he is, then we should go ahead and, what do you call it? You know, let people know we're doing apprehensions. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. If we get any wordies around.
We have, you know, we have the
Yeah,
marshals.
that's the thing. We can use the other cops as long as the marshals are leading it, and sort of how it's happening.
I think you should make note to the marshals because they'll be around if you got something
If
going
they
on.
know something, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll just wait. If we get word of JJ, I'll send it out and be like, hey, we're gonna do this in 15.
Yeah, I think so too. Like I think as you've seen, you know, people will come in for activities, and I think making this an activity is a, you know, fun
It's a
little
good
thing.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's something that, you know, as we get McNulty and Lane and Aldo, that they will really enjoy being a part of as well.
Exactly that. What are the warrants you've written up?
It is JJ, William Hunter, and Frederick White.
So William Hunter and Frederick White, we can definitely do like at the later end when like McNulty and company are down. Let's
But the JJ one, yeah, if we see he's around, I'll send out that. And again, the Frederick White and William Hunter, we still have 19 days in statute.
Do we want to do Frederick White?
I think so. We keep pushing it off. Like, this is for stabbing Brandon. But that's also where, like, I'm wondering if we do want to do one for Brandon.
I think we should find out White's statute. I have a feeling he may have. He seems
yeah, but
like
I don't want to just keep pushing things off for like statute wise, because then I feel like it never happens.
I need you to listen to what I'm saying, just for a second here. So it's not pushing it off. It's Frederick White and Brandon. So the statute, if they have an unlimited statute, building like an entire case for them and pushing it is a lot more like conducive to, you know, presenting something of value rather than, you know, a singular charge. We got a bunch of stuff on Frederick White. I mean, like giving him like a big tasty case makes a lot of sense for someone that's clean, right? That's kind of my point.
I also do think we need to get him in to interrogate him, and this would be a great way to do it, because nobody's in the over a year he's been working with the Faceless, there is no documentation of any interrogation with this man. And his blood was on scene of the first one. I don't understand how he has never been interrogated.
I mean, we have an option to ask him to come in, right?
Yeah.
So I want to go back to this, right? I don't want us to get horny on the arrest. I'm not saying you are, right? But rather, because we have the option with people like Brandon and people like White that have been on the run and touched for like you know, a super long period of time, is I think it's valuable not to treat them like a common criminal, right? And
I agree.
Because we have an option to do things better, I would like us to start on a you know, a different footing than say a forehead warrant, right? Like you know, if it was like William Hunter 30-day statute, we got to do it because we got to do it because the law is pushing our hand. But if we have an opportunity to, you know, like just like with Brandon, just like with White, like actually, you know, have a series of charges that tell a bit more of a story, we should pick that option. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I agree. The only, like, my concern about Brandon is the fact we are not pushing charges on him makes him look more sus.
I think we should push charges
outside
on
criminals. Right, but I mean, like, we're going to go after JJ, we're going to go after William, and Brandon's never been charged in any of these situations. Granted, we know the why, but it looks very suspicious to other criminals why he's not getting charged with any of this stuff.
The last couple of conversations we've had with him, I thought it was pretty evident that we wanted to charge him with everything he has been charged with.
Oh, I agree. But I mean, like, if you're looking at, like, Charlie's point of view or William's point of view, they're going to see they're charged on these reports, but Brandon isn't.
Wait, say that again. If who's charged and Brandon isn't?
If like William Hunter is charged for 1010, JJ is charged for 1010, but Brandon isn't charged for 1010.
Yeah, I mean, that's already been something that's come up a couple times.
I know, and right now we're going to push JJ's, which is why, like, that's why I was saying maybe we do want to push something on Brandon just to, you know, not.
I think we should collate all his charges together and then push it all on him. And the same for Fred. Yeah. I don't.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, I'm not. Look, I want to be very clear here. I think there is a method to the madness. If someone doesn't have a statute, I don't want us to just push little charges here and there. They're meaningless, right? Like,
they're meaningful to make him not look sus. Like, that's where the meaning, I think, is. Because if you see a report and a bunch of people are charged, the one person not, like, what information did they give that they didn't get charged for?
I completely understand your point, but I don't want to do it that way.
Okay.
White and Brandon, let's...
Do we know White's statute?
No, I'll find that out.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, William Hunter's got stacked charges. Like, he's... Yeah.
He's been charged for every situation, and others aren't.
I will find out, and then based on that, we'll decide on White.
Okay.
But for now, let's focus on what's in front of us, right?
Yeah, the JJ one is the one that, like, I'd like to make sure we get moving if we know he's around.
Okay, easy. See if we can get bank tracking on him. That would be a good way to do it.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think we can request that because the judges also know what we're sort of doing in this process.
Okay.
I don't know their bar of like level or how they want bank tracking written up. I haven't done one of those.
All right. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, give one of the judges a call, see what the conditions are. I know that he expects it. I think he expects, like, he's not going to be surprised if he's got bank tracking on, but I'm unsure what the, qualifications are for it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, justices aren't around this early, so once one comes around.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. I'll talk to you in a bit, Ruth.
Okay. Take care.
Bye. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing though. We've already discussed this point. So for me, it's like kind of like reneging on everything and like, these are things that have already been like sort of discussed and agreed on. So like reopening up the topic is kind of like, I need to be thinking big picture. Strategically, I don't agree. I'm gonna make it very just point and blank. People that do not have a statute of limitation deserve better role play. That's effectively why, the point of it. And they already know Brandon hasn't been charged. This wouldn't be the first time, and that's why we have to get all his charges together. But the same can be said with Frederick, is we got to find out if he's got a statute. He may not. And if that's the case, then, we should do it right. As opposed to, imagine the first charge he's getting is we found your DNA. And that's the extent of it. That's shit. But instead, if he doesn't have a statute, he'd get charged with a bunch of things that if you were to look at his case, like the charges you received,